Morning. Good morning, yogis and yoginis. It is a beautiful Monday morning here in Mystic Fitness Yoga Studio. Uh, my name, my name is Nissa, and I'm subbing for Melissa, who is here usually on Mondays. Um, Please, if you like our videos and you practice with us online or in the studio, and you find it in your heart or your pocket to contribute to us, we appreciate it highly. We, at the moment, need those donations. Uh, Practice in the studio under all the regulations and rules. So if you do choose to come to the studio, we are very, very meticulous about it for your safety and ours. And one last word today about this special day, Martin Luther King Day. He had a dream, and I really hope we all wake up and do it. And having said that, please come to a comfortable position on your mat. Today, it's your choice. You can lie down, you can sit up. Wherever that comfortable position is, I invite you to directing your attention to the breath. Inhale and exhale. And just bring it down to that single action of breathing. Through the week, we breathe and we don't pay attention to the depth of it. So, again, I invite you to not only intentionally breathe, but intentionally deepen the breath as you progress in this grounding. Let's all take a big breath in and let it go. One more time. Big breath in and let it go. Feel the ground beneath you. Allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to reach out to that willpower of waking up. 2 more breaths here. And if you're not lying down, come to your backs. And on your next exhale, bend the right leg slowly as possible. Remember, transition is a pose to your chest. hold it for a moment there, and then start expanding and bending the leg on your own rhythm with your own breath. And the next time it's close to your chest, interlace the fingers on your shin and pull it a little bit harder towards your chest, but not with force, just with tough love, kindly tough love. And release that leg down. Take it to the left leg, slowly, slowly engaging the core while bending the leg to your chest. Then extending and bending the left leg a few times to the ceiling or to the sky. Breathe. And next time it's next to your chest, interlace the fingers and give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Just a tender squeeze here. And release to the ground. Bring your hands over your head. Stick pose and stretch yourself. A human tag of war. So the hands pushing to the front of the room, the legs to the back. Stretch and breathe and release. One more time. Inhale, stretch as far as you can. Exhale, release. Bring both legs to your chest. Give yourself a beautiful hug. Take a minute and just sway from side to side, massaging your back. And at some point, bring those hands under your knees and start rocking back and forth. And take your time. Enjoy this. Find joy in this till you come up to a seated position on your mat. Excellent. Take your time, you guys. This is one of the most beautiful things I like to do in yoga is rocking. You see kids do that all the time. And now, one moment to regroup. Bring your hands to wherever you choose, either heart center, on your thighs, in a mudra, whatever you want. And we'll start the practice with the sacred sound of Om. So first a cleansing breath. And then Om. Om. Bring your hands over your head, a little bit of side bends. Just breathe and bend to one side and the other. Don't take it too deep. It's just the beginning. And breathe. Try to roll those shoulders down though. And then meet me in the center. Rotate from the bottom, from the hips. Rotate to one side and then to the other. Small twists. Again, really gentle with your breath. So the Chinese say you are as old as your spine. And I say, take care of it first. And then meet me in the center. Bring your hands to the ground. Walk them forward as far as you can. Again, remember, this is warm-up. No need to come to the full expression of things. Bring the forehead on your mat and bob your head from side to side while keeping those shoulders down. So you're externally rotating the shoulders and letting the neck roll on the ground with no weight of the head. And then come back up. Bring the hands just in front of you. Push your weight forward. Come to your knees. Open your legs. Voila! Tabletop. Very elegant, right? Drop the belly, look up to cow. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your tailbone into cat. Release the head. Round up your middle back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Maybe bring those movements to a bigger expression. So maybe you're pushing back and then rounding up in a wave-like motion, pushing those hips forward in cat. And coming down a little bit to your heels in cow, looking up. Whatever it is, find the groove of the breath. I like to push over my wrists a little bit just to test the waters, but that's up to you. And at some point, come to a neutral back. So when I say neutral back, you look down to the mat. The furthest away point in your body is the crown of your head. It's pointing to the front of the room. You are tucking your tailbone just a little bit, and if I put a glass of water on your back, it will stay there. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, bring them to a little bit of a hover and think about that cup of water. Don't let it fall. Neutral back. Release the knees to the ground. Push back while the toes are tucked and come up. Yep, stretch those back of your feet and on the same time circle your wrists. Start awakening those. If this is not comfortable, you can completely undo it. It's up to you. Yeah. Some people are very, very sensitive there. Please take care of you. You do you. Excellent. Wonderful. I like that. So hold the palm of your hand, face it forward, and stretch it the other way around. Excellent. And then take it to the other side. I love to do eighths. So interlace your fingers. Do that as long as you want. But whenever you want, you can even kind of like, I call it an 8. I don't know. It might be just a circle. Excellent. And at some point, come back to table, untuck your toes, give it a little bit of a tap, tap, tap. And meet me in that neutral back table. Tuck your toes under and bring your knees to a hover. Remember that cup of water there. You don't want to drop it. Inhale and exhale. We are holding a little bit longer this time. So we're creating muscle memory and endurance. Engage your core here. The way I like to think about it is sucking it in. And release to the ground. Open your knees a little bit, if you wish, and circle the hips. So in between activating the core, we want to make sure our hips, and by the way, shoulders are rolling here too. We want to make sure we are lubricated. I love that word. And if you're doing one side, be sure to do the other. But take the time to explore here. Sometimes one side needs more attention, so I kind of dwell on one side, move back and forth, again, like babies do. And take the time to indeed lubricate that machine of mine. And whenever you're ready, bring those knees under your hips again. Tuck your toes under. Third set of hovering. Now, if you're here and this is easy, Why don't you lift the left hand in front of you? Try to maintain that neutral back. If not, stay with two hands on the ground. Maybe take it to the other hand while hovering. Breathe in, breathe out, lower that hand if it was up, and try the left leg. If this is too much, meet me in child's pose. Bring the left leg back, shoot the right leg back. Doesn't matter where it is, just three-legged table in hovering. Bring the right leg back, release the knees, untuck your toes, come to child's pose. Breathe in and out. Lower your heart rate. Intentionally think of your heart. Feel it and feed it with your breath. This is how you get through the hard parts. So stretch those hands forward as far as you can, this time bringing the shoulders to your ears, but at the same time keep your bum, technical term, on your heels. Roll your head on the mat. On the forehead, on the mat. Again, no weight on the neck, it can be loose. And at some point, adjust and push yourself to table. Always adjust, always pay attention to your transition, you guys. And in table, tuck your toes under and shoot those hips up to downward dog. Now, I like to bend my knees plenty here on the first downward dog, and then I have a checklist. So I'm pushing the mat away, engaging my fingers into the mat, not only the wrists. Releasing head, rolling shoulders back, trying to put the belly on my thighs, and pushing those hips as high as I can up. Pedal the legs, walk the dog, stretch those back of the legs or backs of the leg. I don't know if it's plural. And come to stillness, maybe still bending the knees, maybe not. It's up to you. How warm are you? On the next inhale, look forward and walk to meet your hands. Forward fold. This one too, plenty of bending at the knees. Release the head, release the hands. This is a beautiful inversion. You don't have to stand on your hands in order to get the benefits of standing on your head or hands. One more breath here. Make it count. Inhale, big breath in, and let it go. On your next inhale, right hand holds left shin, and left leg straighten up. So that's A. B, open up the left hand to the sky to a twist. Engage the core. So my right leg is bent. Breathe in. On your exhale, sweep the hands down, bending the left knee, and come right up, straightening the left leg. Exhale, one more sweep. Open up. And release down to forward fold. Maybe cha-cha-cha, which means bending the knees. A little bit like paddling the legs in downward dog. And come to stillness in forward fold. Take the left hand to the right shin. On your inhale, right hand goes up, right leg straightens. The hand goes up to the ceiling, the left leg is bent. Breathe. On your exhale, sweep the hands down, bend the leg, and bring it up again. One more time. Sweep the hands down, bring the hand up, straightening the right leg, and release to forward fold. On your next inhale, come all the way up, slowly as can be. Tuck that tailbone in, engage the glutes. Bring everything up, roll those shoulders back, and bring the hands to face the front. My feet are open, but you can close your feet. You can open them a little bit more than your hips. It's up to you. I like to engage my glutes so much that my thighs are opening up to the front. And then I open my chest, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment. Just breathe. On your next inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips all the way down. Take your time, you guys. Take your time. Inhale, hands to the shin, halfway lift to that same place of a neutral back, like we did in table. Don't lock your knees. Now, actively push your hands to the shins and then shift your weight to your heels, pushing those hips back. And remember this. Now wiggle your toes, lift your toes, keep engaging the core. On your next exhale, bring the hands to the mat and walk your legs to plank. Whenever I say plank, you can lower your knees. Please remember that. Wrists under your shoulders. Glutes engaged. Core rounded up, in and up with your navel. Push the mat away, rounding the upper back. Look down to the mat. Engage everything you have. Breathe in, breathe out. Untuck your toes, but stay in plank. If this is not comfortable, lower your knees. Stretch that back of your leg. This is beautiful for runners. And then on the count of six, come all the way down to the mat, tucking the elbows in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs, open them up a little bit. Maybe circle the heels, lifting the legs a little bit up off the mat. Maybe circling your wrists. Breathe. Bring the hands back next to your body. Roll those shoulders back. Activate the legs into the mat. And on your next exhale, peel the chest off the mat, but keep looking at the mat. So it's a baby cobra. Very gentle. Elongate your cervical spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't push with your hands. It's the back. And release. Push to table. Push to child's. Breathe. And lower your heart rate. Every time you want to elevate your heart rate, go to a back bend. No class is full without it. Keep on breathing. Come back to the practice. Push yourself back to table. Tuck your toes under. And push to downward dog. Maybe walk the dog if you need an extra stretch. I like to roll my heels to one side and then to the other, shifting the hips from side to side. Just an option. Or stay still in downward dog. We'll get there. Excellent. One breath in downward dog. Exhale. Bend your knees plenty. Don't go anywhere. Just bend your knees and try to bring those hips back to your heels while almost jumping like a cat. Yeah, bring the bum to your heels and look forward. Now, pump or just come up and down a little bit. It's going to hurt. Not hurt, but it's going to burn in your thighs. If it hurts your knees, don't do it. And then when you're ready, walk to meet your hands. So just a little bit of a playful interval here. Forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Remember that pushing back of the hips. That's where I want you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Push to plank. Again, lower knees, come to table, whatever it is that you need to do. Lift the left leg up, just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. Lower the left leg down. Do the same with the right and lower it down. On the next time you lift your left, bend it, your left leg, bend it, and bring it next to your left hand, preparing to lizard. But we're not going to lizard. We're stopping here. Push back and forth a few times, digging into the hip, just a tiny bit more. If you do need a challenge, bring your forearms to the ground and do the same. For bendy people, no need to go there. And then inhale, come to stillness. Exhale, bring that left leg straight around to plank. Try to make it straight. Bring the right leg up, bend it, and step it to the right side of your right hand. Again, play along here, just digging into the hips a little bit more before we come all the way to our hip openers poses. And then inhale, come to stillness. Exhale, straighten the leg and push it around to the back. Release yourself to the ground. Slowly, 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 slowly. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, push to table, push to child's pose. This is a wonderful time to drink some water, you guys. How are you doing? Everybody with me? Yeah, I didn't lose anybody? I am sweating, but I'm a sweater, so yes, I'm a well-knit sweater. Excellent. Take a sip of water. Enjoy this mini Shavasana, although not in Shavasana. It's very important to take care of yourself if you're sweating, bringing that same amount of liquids back in. Otherwise, you're going to get tired. That's why a lot of people tell me, in the middle of the class, I feel tired. Drink. It will bring you back up. All right. Back to child pose. One breath, just to clean the clatter. Just to push away in the fog of thoughts, things that are not important now. As Pooh Bear said, It is so nice to do nothing. Push back up to table. Set it up to downward dog. And push those hips up. Maybe this time straightening the legs, pushing the mat away, and bringing those thighs as close to your belly as you can while the legs are straight. Release the head, externally rotate those shoulders, and breathe. On your next inhale, right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Don't change the hips position. Yeah, hold it. One more breath. Then bend at the knee. Now open the hips to the right, but do not change the weight on your hands. Keep on pushing the mat. That will help. Keep on breathing. You're welcome to flip the dog if it's in your practice. We're going to be here for 1 or 2 more breaths, so plan ahead. On your next exhale, straighten the leg or come back to three-legged dog. Bend the leg to your chest. Then lift the back heel. Push yourself over your wrists. Flex the foot and bring it in between your hands. So that transition was a whole pose. You're in runners. Make sure you're opening the feet to a hip distance apart. Tent your fingers and straightening the front leg, the right leg, and bringing the toes up in flex while the legs are there. Now, this is wonderful if you have blocks, put them under your hands. If you don't, a book or cushions, stay here and breathe. Bend the right leg back to runners. Bring the hands to frame the front leg and lower the back knee. Untuck your toes. Come up to crescent on your knee. Inhale, exhale. Right hand comes to your sacrum behind you. Left hand behind or on the other side of the thigh, not the inner side. Twist to the right. Keep engaging the glutes. That will keep you in place. I'm also shooting my feet, both of them, into the ground. If you feel you can, open the hands to a T and twist even more by looking back. Engage the core. Release yourself back to center, hands to the ceiling. Lower those knees. Tuck those back toes and come to crescent. Tuck the tailbone in and breathe. Bring the hands behind you. Push weight onto the right leg. Come to airplane. It doesn't have to have a big flight here. Just the leg up. You can also modify it by touching the ground with your foot, whatever it is. Bring the left leg to meet the right. Sit down to chair. Not at low chair, high chair. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Hands together, drop your head. Engage glutes. Mini back bend. Back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and exhale. Hold your yoga. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. This time, jump, maybe, to plank. Lower your knees if plank is not in your practice. Now, remember the lizard? We're gonna step the right leg to the right foot, but don't stay in lizard. Stay here. Lift the right hand up. Cindy, beautiful. Beautiful, Jack. Yeah, bring it back to plank. Do the same on the other side. So left leg stepping in, left hand comes up. Try to open your chest and bring it back. Right, up, back to plank, and take it to the left. One more time on each side. Breathe. Exhale, plank. Inhale, right side. Open up. Back to plank. Left side. And meet me in plank. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward dog. So we were there with one leg at a time. Now we are with both. Can you bring your hands to the air? No, that's a joke, guys. Tuck your toes under, downward dog, exhale. So that was a little bit of animal movement. If you know what animal flow is, this is it. Just walk the dog or come to stillness, preparing to the other side. A little bit of silly fun and movement, unstructured, is always a reset button for the brain. Inhale, left leg goes up. Hold it here for a few breaths, just squaring the hips to the ground. And when you're ready, bend the leg and open the hips without changing the front hand distribution of weight. You can flip the dog if you did so the other time. If not, wait with me here. I'm not flipping the dog today. And bring the leg back to three-legged dog. Square the hips and prepare for transition. Bend the leg to your chest. Lift that back heel. Push forward over your wrists. Engage the core, flex the foot, and step it forward. Step the left leg in between your hands. Tent your fingers and make small adjustments to your feet. Then straighten the front leg. Push those toes towards your shin. Now, if you need, you can push those hands back as well. Some people like to hold the foot. Whatever it is, stretch that. It feels really good to me. I hope it feels good to you. Bendy people can bring the forearm to the shin. Just an extra challenge. One more breath here. And bring the foot down, back, bend the knee. Bring the hands next to the front leg, and only then lower your knee. So you're not creating any weight on the back knee when you transition. You don't want to hurt it. Put it down on the ground and untuck your toes. This is probably a good time to tell you you can always pad your knee with something. Bring it up to crescent. Breathe and lower those knees. Sorry, not the knees, the shoulders. The knees are down. Activate the glutes. Squeeze them. And then squeeze the feet into the ground. That will shift everything into this balance pose. Bring the left hand behind your sacrum. Bring the right hand over your thigh. Now you can stay here if your back is not happy. If your back is happy, twist to the left. Lower those shoulders so the opening comes from the upper body as well. If you need more of a challenge, open your hands to a T and look back. I feel it in my obelisks when I look back. I don't know about you. Bring it back to center. Take a breath. Tuck the toes under and come up to proper crescent. So tuck that tailbone in, hold it in here for one breath, and then open the hands to the back. Shift your weight to airplane. Now, airplane can be here with the leg tapping down or proper airplane. It depends on you. One more breath. Bend the standing leg and bring the right leg to meet the left. Chair. Hold it here for one breath. Tuck the tailbone in. Yep. Push those hips back. Inhale all the way up. Hands on the top. Let your head back. A tiny back bend. And come back. Exhale. Release hands. Take a minute. If you need some water again, how are you guys? Are we good? I'm not killing anybody yet? Good. Excellent. Let's do some hip movements here. So, very important to remember, our hips are connected to the heel. So when I move to this side, I'm lifting the heel. All right? So if I'm moving to the left with my hands as wet ropes, I shift my heel up and around. Try that. So a little bit of unstructured movement here. Just release the back and breathe, but let the heel come up. So this is also not yoga proper. This is Tai Chi. In Tai Chi, you always pay attention to your heels. Reason being, you can hurt your knee if you stick it in the ground and then the knee moves. You know what happens there. All right. Next time you're on the right, leave that left heel up, okay? And turn with your hips and everything. Rotate to the right. Bring the knee up and open back to the standing. Then do the same to the other side. So basically, I'm opening the leg by bringing the knees together after rotating, opening, and bringing the knees together and opening. You with me? Yeah. All right. Now, add the hand. So, hand goes with the leg. Same side. Open. Make it slow. Slower. Knee to elbow. Whoops. And down. If you fall out, come back in. Again. Do it slow, 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 slow. And down. One more time each side. Play with the speed. Yeah. And look to your hand. So your hand is where your gaze is. Excellent. All right. Just circle your hips a little bit. Again, that was Tai Chi. It's, just so you know, it's this, all right? It's this in Tai Chi. You're going to know that. It's so good for balancing. All right. Open your legs to the width of the mat. Bringing the heels in a little bit. Grab a block if you have. Some people will need it. If not, listen to my cues, because a lot of people, this is not comfortable to them. Bend down to squat. So when I bend down to squat, remember I told you to push those hips back? That's what you're doing. Pushing the bum back, not letting the knees go over your toes. Then help with your hands, zombie hands. Stay here for a second. Hips back. If this is all you can do today, stay here. If you can take it all the way down, wonderful. Sometimes people like a block under their bum to support. If not, Open up your chest. Come back to the yoga. I'm straightening my spine. I'm pushing my inside of my legs with my elbows. If you need, you can lift your heels. Some people don't have the ankle mobility, and that's fine. You are still getting all the benefits of squatting. All the Eastern cultures do this. It is so important. And yes, I'm stalling time by talking. Sorry. All right, bring the hands in front of you. We are not going to crow, already saying that, but we are going to do the preparation for crow because it's a wonderful core engagement. So you put your hands just in front of your feet. Wherever they are straight, that's where they want to be. And then pull yourself up to your heels and push forward. So you're playing with your weight. Playing forward and back. That's all, you guys. That's all. Engage core so you're rounding your back like in cat. And then back. Play around, just engaging everything in. And if you're done, come back to squat. And come all the way up. Slowly pushing those hips back. Look what I'm doing, right? I'm doing here. And then I come up. Take care of your knees, you guys. Again, a little bit of a movement here. Just a tiny movement here from side to side. And bring the feet right under your hips. Okay? Excellent. Breathe. Shift your weight to the left leg and bring your right leg up. This is plenty. So either stay here or open to the side. Hands can do whatever, you guys. It can do belly dancing hands. It can do power girl hands. That's what my girls call it, power girl hands. Or you can take it to Raja, dancing king, full expression. Breathe. Release if you are there. Bring it back to center. Bring it to the thigh, figure 4. Bring the hands to heart center, one-legged chair, using the hips pushing back. If you want, you can open your legs here. So if you push down, you open. It's harder on the balance, but you can try it. Bring it back up. Mary Ellen, knees together. Yay! I learned this from Mary Ellen in the back. Bring your hand to grab your foot. Maybe stay here or come to dancer. Kick, kick, kick. And release back front. Yeah, I know, it's burning. Straighten the leg and step forward. Bring the hands to your hips and breathe. Maybe shake, shake, shake the legs, the left leg for a minute. And set it up for pyramid pose. So the back leg is a little bit open. Yeah. I never lock the knees. I square the hips. And then I'm hinging from the hips, pushing the hips back, never locking the front knee, bending over. When my body says, okay, that's it, girl, bring your hands to the ground. And then, if you want to take it even deeper, round your back over your front leg. Keep on squaring those hips and pushing those hips back. Release tension.
in your shoulders and neck. Just breathe. Excellent. If you want an extra layer of movement here, interlace your fingers on the sacrum behind you and lift those hands to the sky, opening the shoulders and balancing a few more muscles. It's hard, you guys. And release to the ground. Bring the left leg to meet the right to a forward fold. Sway from side to side, releasing tension in the lower back. Breathing, and on your next inhale, come all the way up. Slowly.
So yeah, maybe moving the hips a little bit, maybe the neck. Take a minute to find that reset adjustment that your body need. I see everybody's taking that advice. It's wonderful. I love it. Excellent. Great. So on your next inhale, shift your weight onto the right leg and bring the left leg up. Doesn't have to be high. It just has to be stable. You can even touch the ground in order to create that muscle memory. Make sure you know where you're going. That makes the progress so much easier. And the big movements, dancers and whatnot, break it down. Open the leg to the side if you want, or stay in the front. You are still working everything you need. Open up to Dancing King if you want. Take your time. You can do it. And release. Back to center. We're here. It's a long one. Bring the leg on the thigh. One-legged chair. Almost said three-legged chair. Those are pretty stable, by the way. Just enjoy this. You don't have to go down. Maybe open that, balancing it with the hand. Come back. Ooh. Almost came out of it. Bring it back up. Straighten it. And step forward. Did I forget something? Oh, the dancer, Mary Ellen, thank you. See, you saved me again. Knee to knee. Thank you, guys. Bring the left hand to the left. Knees together. Make sure you're stable. Activate those glutes. And charge. Charge forward by kicking back. Kick. It's not going to happen if you're not kicking. And release. Back to the center. Straighten it up and step forward. Phew! That's it, you guys. I'm not going to do anything more. All right. Square yourself to the front. And come down to pyramid. Don't lock the front leg. You really can hurt yourself here, so don't do it. When your hinging is stopped naturally, only then, bring the hands to the ground. Adjust. I always move my feet around when I'm down here with my hands. And only then, inhale, exhale, round your body to the front leg. So I break down every pose into mini transitions, and I stop if something is not available yet. And the key word is yet.
If you want another layer of movement, bring the hands behind you on your sacrum. Interlace them and push the hands up to the sky. That will help you round even more, just like in humbling the warrior. And fight that urge to lock the knees. Release the hands and come up the same way before, bringing the back leg to meet the front and all the way up.
So exhale to heart center. A drink of water. I need the towel, you guys. I really need the towel to just So by my calculations, you should be more or less at the front of your mat after doing those two balances, right? More or less. Excellent. That's where you should or you want to be. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Shoot those legs back to plank. Inhale, untuck your toes, upward dog. Exhale, lower the knees and come to child's pose. Take a moment to just engage with the ground again. We were doing so many things up there. Shooting to the sky, balancing. The ground is here. Hi, Mama. Keep on breathing. And when you're ready, push yourself to table. Stay in table for just a moment. And on your inhale, open the right hand to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. And you're on your inhale, come on up again. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, last time. On your exhale, make adjustments and stay here. Hips are in the air. I like to bring my right hand on top of my left and then push my left shoulder back. Just a deeper expression of the twist in the upper back. If you want, you can bring the left leg up as well, creating one line between your head and your leg. Beautiful, you guys. You're amazing. What beautiful form I see in the room. Bring the leg back. Breathe. And on your next inhale, open the hand back and down to table. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, left hand goes up. Exhale, thread the needle. Take out all the air you have. And then inhale, open up again. Exhale, use that movement to extract the air. Inhale. Exhale, stay there. Again, you can try bringing the palms of your hand together and then pushing back with the right hand. So you're pushing the right hand into the left, lifting the right shoulder a little bit up and back,
And then, as Cindy here behind me, lift the leg. Beautiful, you guys. Mary Ellen, too. That's who I see, but everybody's beautiful. And lower the leg. Bring the right hand to place. Inhale, open the left hand to the sky. Bring it down to table. A little bit of rocking of the spine or twisting, cats and cows, maybe wagging your tail. Whatever you need here. Just maybe just swaying back and forth like I'm doing. Just a little bit of unstructured movement. As I told you before, so important to set those boundaries to your mind and body. Come back to table. And I'm going to cue pigeon here. You can come to recline pigeon. I'm going to show it in a minute. Bring the right knee in between your hands. Setting up for pigeon. Now, if you're doing recline pigeon on your back, we have here a student doing it in the front. I'll cue it for the camera. You just go on your back, bring the right leg on top of the left, and push it to your chest. So 2 options here. If you are here in pigeon, bring yourself forward onto your forearms and then maybe all the way down. If you're one of the people that like to push back up to downward dog and then come to pigeon, do your thing. It's beautiful to see everybody practicing their yoga. I love to say, I'm really not a teacher, you guys. I'm just a facilitator. I just know the words. And not even that all the time. Keep on releasing the tension to the ground. I really like to roll my head here on my forehead a little bit, making sure my shoulders are not crunched in. I can't really do that with the mic, but try it. And if your sitting bone on the right side is not on the mat, that's a cue to put something under. Maybe a block, maybe a cushion. Keep on breathing and opening the hip. Remember, the stretches are where the body takes control. It's really hard if you're a control freak like me, but it's such an important lesson to just let the muscles do their job with the breath. Kind of surrendering to the ground. Two more breaths here. And if you wish to stay, please do. If not, come out of it as slow as you can, bringing the palms of your hands to the mat, and then slowly coming up, engaging the glutes, so I'm taking care of my lower back. Looking forward, maybe transitioning to downward dog to the other side, or pushing yourself back to table, circling those hips a little bit. And please be happy and free to do what works for you.
And then take it to the other side. So the left knee comes between your hands, setting up for pigeon. Coming into pigeon through table is just a little gentler, that's all. And then slowly transition yourself to the ground or take it to pigeon on your back, bringing the left leg on top of your right thigh, pushing all that constellation onto your chest. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Make sure your jawline is relaxed. Let go of your tongue. I wish I could do that. Maybe rock your head from side to side on your forehead. Just a suggestion. Just enjoy opening up and giving up. Two more breaths here. And whenever you're ready, come out of it slowly and respectfully, engaging the glutes so my lower back is taken care of. Coming back down to downward dog or table. And if you're in downward dog, make your way to child's. One breath here and then to table. And then shoot your legs to the front of the mat, sitting on your bum bum. Lower your body. Remember I said transition is a pose. So this is a transition to the mat. Come as low as you can, as slow as you can, and release yourself to the ground. Ah. Bend your feet and bring your let's take it again. Bend your knees and bring your feet to the mat and just windshield them. Rock them from side to side. This is pretty nice after pigeon. If you have something else that you like doing for your lower back and hips after pigeon, then be my guest. And at some point, come to the center. Yeah. And lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend and extend a few times. If you're a bendy type, maybe grab hold of your big toe, just stretching a few of the muscles behind your leg. You can even take it to the side, dancing king on the mat, just for a little bit, maybe bending and extending the leg to the side. Last few stretches before we come to Shavasana. Do the same with the other leg. Bend and extend the leg to the sky. Maybe grabbing hold of the big toe. Maybe opening to the side. A few times. Coming to center. A few more of those side to side, dropping of the knees. We are not going into a holding twist. So just take out all the twist you still have here. And whenever you are ready, come to Shavasana. You have full appreciation for any other move you need. So if you need some bridges or happy baby, do that. And make your way to Shavasana, lying on your back and breathing. Just breathing. And today and every day when you come to Shavasana, remember there's nothing to do. You've done it all. Take a big breath in and let it go. One more time. Big breath in and let it go. If your mind is wandering, let it wander. It will come back. And maybe, like a kid, will bring you a few flowers. That's what my kids do when they wander. 5 breaths in complete silence. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to the mat. Bring yourself back to the body you're in. Start wiggling your toes, maybe your fingers. Introducing movement again. Maybe stretching here. Take your time to roll on to one side. I like to take a big breath here as this is the first pose we're all been here in the beginning of our lives. And then push yourself back up to a seated position. And I will wait for you. If you want to lay down and stay in Shavasana, that's totally fine. I hope today is going to be a really good day. That's all we need. A really good day. We'll close our practice with the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and Om. Namaste, you guys, for practicing here in the room with me, and to the people at home, thank you for joining us. I truly, truly thank you all. Namaste.